Usanavi alna titaleim. Elech hamda, hamda libi. Usanavi alna titaleim. Elech hamda libi. Usanavi alna titaleim. Elech hamda, hamda libi. Usanavi alna titaleim. So, geared up so the people at home, if there is anybody home, can hear me. I'll get set up here again. Okay. We need somebody to light the candles. Shira and Lisa, would you do that? Join your mom? So on page 2, I think. Okay, why don't you read the English on the left side first, as these Shabbat candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Great. And light the candles and say the bracha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadliknei Shabbat.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Shel Shabbat. Now we're turning to page 10, and we're going to sing an old favorite, Ma Yafeh Hayom, page 10. Second one down on the right. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Beautiful. Those, some people's harmonizing. That's terrific. On page 11, this is a song I've done here before, but maybe some of you haven't. The second one from the bottom. Ki eshmara Shabbat el yishmereni, oti le'olmei ad beino ve'ni. When I keep Shabbat, God watches over me. It is a sign forever between God and me. And it goes like this. Ki eshmara Shabbat el yishmereni. Let's try that. Ki eshmara Shabbat el yishmereni. Ki yuti le'olamei ad beino uveini. Oti le'olamei ad beino uveini. Odapam. Ki eshmara Shabbat el yishmereni. Ki eshmara Shabbat el yishmereni. Oti leolam me'ad beno uveni. Oti leolam me'ad beno uveni. We turn to page 12. And at the bottom of the page, I'm going to read in English the first paragraph from Psalm 95 and ask you to follow on page 13. Come, let us sing joyously to Adonai. Raise a shout for our rock and deliverer. Let us come into God's presence with praise. Let us raise a shout for God in song. For Adonai is a great God, the great ruler of all divine beings. Together. In God's hands are the depths of the earth. The peaks of the mountain are God's. God is the sea, God made it, and the land which God's hands fashioned. Come, let us bow down and kneel, bend the knee before Adonai, our Maker. For Adonai is our God, and we are the people God tends, the flock in God's care. Oh, if you would but heed God's charge this day. And we continue with Lecha Dodi on page 20. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi lekrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikaba. Shamor v'zichor b'dibor echad, Ishmi anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem l'tferet v'litila. Lech dodi, lecha dodi lekrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela, Lecha Dodi likrat kahala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Verse 2. Likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha, Ki makor habracha, Mehirosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'makshvat techila. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi lekrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Let's go to verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva ore, kumi uri, uri, shir daveri, kivod Adonai alaik nigla. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi lekrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kahala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzochola, Tok emuneh yam sigula, Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi, lecha dodi lekrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, P'nei Shabbat nikabela. Page 26. Hatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rava, V'yalma divrach kidutei, V'yamlik motei, B'chaye chon uv'yomei chon ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבו מבורך, לעולם לעולמי עולמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתבר ויתרומן ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתהלל, ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בימה, ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Page 30, the English together of the prayer thanking God for the coming of the evening and the seasons. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv Aravim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Am ha'ahavta Torah u'mitzvot u'kimu mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kain Adonai Eloheinu V'shakbeinu v'kumenu nasiach behukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha leolam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'yorek yameinu V'yorek yameinu, uvahem negeh, yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. V'yavatka al tasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Please be seated. Continue with the chanting of the V'ahavta on page 36. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadivarim ha'eleh Asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvlechtecha v'derech, Ushachbecha uvekumecha, Ukshartam liot al yadecha, V'hayu l'totafot bein einecha, Uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, Uvisharecha, Leman tizkeru, Vasitem et kol mitzvotai, Vitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. And let's read the translation in English. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai, your God. Adonai Elohechem, Amen. Continue on page 39 with responsive prayer. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Mi hamocha boelim Adonai, mi kamocha nedor bakodesh. Nora tehilot, o seifele, nora tehilot, o seifele. Malhutecha, rauvanecha, bokei hayam, lifnei Moshe Miriam, zeli anu v'yamaru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar, ki fadad ad Yaakov, golo miad hazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. On page 42, Ashkivenu. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzetenu, uvoenu, l'chaim l'shalom, me'ata v'ad olam. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. On page 44, Vishamru. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael ot hi leolam, ot hi leolam, ot hi leolam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Page 46, we rise for the Amidah. Adonai sifata tiftach ufi yagita ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagidol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem L'man Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Hakol Tarav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Hayim Bechesed Mechaye hakol b'rachamim rabim. So make no flim b'rofei cholim. Umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha bal givurot. Umidom elach, melech memid, umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol, atah kadosh, v'shim hakadosh, Yekiddushim b'yom yalalu chasela Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. Continue on page 54, special prayer in honor of the Shabbat. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah, the heaven and the earth were finished and all their array. On the seventh day, God had completed the work that had been done, ceasing then on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, and ceased from all the creative work that God had chosen to do. Together, our God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Satisfy us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us our heritage, your holy Shabbat, that Israel, who sanctifies your name, may rest on it. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. We'll continue with silent prayer, or you may follow along in the prayer book until the Shalom Rav on page 60. Yiyu l'ratzon imrefi ve'gon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri V'go'ali V'go'ali. Now, I hope all of you have a yellow sheet, because we're gonna do the Shalom Rav by Sue Horowitz. We used to have musical concerts here once a year, and she was once our guest soloist, and so this is from her record about the water, but it's a Shalom Rav that I like quite a bit. So I'm going to try to teach it to you. So how many know this? Oh, Will knows it. Okay, good. We're set then. First part goes like this. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, All right, I'm singing the wrong melody. Let's start another one. We'll start this one. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Gentle peace will find its way to us as we gather here to pray. Let's try that again. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Gentle peace will find its way to us as we gather here to pray. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. May we carry it inside of us as we go along our way. All right, let's stop there, and then we come to the next one's a little tricky. Ki atahu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. So let's try that. Ki atahu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. Ki atahu melech adon L'chol ha-shalom, back to the top. Shalom Rahav, Ad Yisrael Amha, Tasim Leolam. I started off on the wrong, I go back to the other one. Anytime I open my mouth, I never know what's going to come out. Okay. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amha, Tasim Leolam. Gentle peace will find its way to us as we gather here to pray. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amha, Tasim Leolam. May we carry it inside of us as we go along our way. V'tov beinecha levarech et amha Yisrael b'chol eit uv'chol sha'ah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amha, Tasim Leolam. Gentle peace will find its way to us as we gather here to pray. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amha, Tasim Leolam. May we carry it inside of us as we go along our way. Well, I just melded two Shalom Ravs together, but what the heck? I'm going to continue with the Mishaberach, and you can find that on page 253. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. And as I scan the room, would you please mention any person or individual you'd like prayer for their repair and wellness? Or comfort, too. Thank you. Jeanette Constanzo. And this is the names from the Mishaberach list from the temple. Colin Monroe, Maddie Bott, Linda Walter, Guy Ben Rita, David Ben Marcel, Professor Enrico Mascaro, Annette, daughter of Ruchama, Benjamin Horwitz, Mateo Goldman, Esaya Ruchovskaya, Aline Arnon, Jean Sands, Tom Fiorino, Jerry Spingarn, Beth Gottlieb, Joseph Sands, Ethel Sharonow, Rhea Rebecca, Sarah Bat David Viosifa, Rosalind Slifka, Peggy Monroe, Shayna Mannheimer, Dorothy Lewis, Linda Wilson, Zushya, son of Anika Ahuva, Ray Burton, Aharon, Ronnie, son of Ruchama, Ian Wellens, Margaret, S.G., Mark Passam, Yehonatan, son of Shoshana and Avraham, Stephen Pastor, and Rachel Bednarsh. May they be blessed. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen. Mishabera avotenu mikor abracha limotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishabera imotenu Mikor habracha liavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Okay, we're going to continue now, a little bit of study, if I can find my study card. If not, I think I know it by heart anyway, so what the heck. I don't know where it is. Oh, I can't move out of that space there, because that's for the, right? Okay. All right, let's go to, in the morning service. Every Shabbat morning, there's a service at the temple in the library at 9 o'clock. We usually have a minyan or more, and it's a wonderful service. Gary's often there. We have a lovely morning service, and then we have refreshments, bagel, lox, fruit, sometimes cake even. Yeah. And then we study for an hour, and we take turns leading the study group, and we're done by 11, but it's very nice. Sometimes we have pet dogs. That's good too. Mark Hurwitz brings his dog Argos, and Marilyn and Michael Breyer bring their dog Luna. So it's quite nice. So we encounter some prayers in the morning service that we don't encounter in the evening service. And that's, that's too bad. You have to come to hear these prayers. But the one I'm going to mention right now is, if I can find the page. Here it is. Page 88. Page 88. Okay. Elu Divarim. Okay. So this is a prayer based on Psalms from the verses from the Mishnah. It's not an exact quote from the Mishnah, but it's a compilation. In fact, almost all our prayers that we use here are a compilation either of texts from the Bible or the Talmud or the Mishnah, mainly from the Bible. But this is one that's a text from the Mishnah. And interesting enough, if you turn the page over a little bit to the right, before we get to that prayer, we read that blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. What is that blessing for? What's that blessing? It says it's time to study. So lo and behold, the rabbis felt it's important to study. Talmud Torah is so important that they put it right in the midst of the service. And when we turn the page, get to Elu Divarim, it's not really a prayer. It's a statement of study from the Mishnah. And it's very fascinating. So there it goes on. This comes from the Mishnah called Peah. Anybody know what are Peahs? What are Peahs? Those are things that yeah, well, there's also an agricultural term called Peah. It's the corner of your field. This is the corner of your face. The Peah is the corner of your field. And there's a law in the Bible that you must leave the corner of your field for whom? For the poor. Yeah, they must leave. But it doesn't, it says these are things that are limitless. So you can leave your whole field for the poor if you want. But there's a minimum, and the minimum is 1/60th of your field. It has to be 1/60th, but you can leave your whole field for the poor. So this goes on. These are things that are limitless. So, as I said, your whole field, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. So there are all these wonderful things that follow. What does it mean by a person enjoys the fruit of the world? That is, let's say, for example, take this one, honoring your mother and father, engaging in deeds of compassion. What does it mean, these things, if you enjoy the fruit of the world? What does that refer to? Well, I think it refers to both the doer and the receiver. How does it refer to somebody who does a good deed? Why is it beneficial? Why is it like fruit to them beneficial? Right? Yeah, you feel great after you do a Ma'asim Tovim, after you do some good deeds, you get rewarded. And what about the person for whom you do it? They're rewarded too. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Robin. This is Robin from our past and present. She grew up here, but when it was the other temple, right? That's right. And her mom was a president of this congregation, Marilyn. Marilyn, who's a wonderful president person. Yeah. So the rabbi said, when you do a good deed, when you honor your mother and father, all these things, you get benefit right away from doing it and the person who receives it. Yes, Gary?
Well, you can also, the fruit is the highest, achievement of, if you think of a plant,
Yeah.
the fruit is the end of it all.
Yes. And maybe it's a fruit here because, as I said, this is from the Mishnah. It's called Peah, which refers to the corner of your field. So they're in the agricultural mood here, and maybe that will spring them up. That's very good. And then the principle remains in the world to come. What does that mean?
I think it's playing on the concept of interest.
Yes, it is. But what is a principle? What is it? What does you put it in the bank, and what do you get out of it? Yes, you're building up your points with heaven. Yeah. So building equity. Yes. Yeah. So according to the rabbis, someday there'll be a Yom Hadin, a final judgment day, and they'll say, how are you doing on this scale? Are you doing on the righteous, and how are you doing on the sinful scale? And hopefully the righteous scale will outweigh the sinful one. Yeah, Paul. Okay. Very nice, Paul. Very good contribution. Terrific. Okay. Are you a financial planner? Or?
No, but my son is on the
Okay. Yeah, Gary.
Well, I think the first line, the point is that these things are limitless.
Yeah.
So
There's no stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going on, yeah. What does it mean to honor your father and mother? Now, there are two commandments to honor your father and mother. One says kibud, honor, and the other says to fear or to hold in reverence. Kabed comes from the root to be heavy, and it really refers to how do you honor your parents in terms of this version of the commandment? Is you take care of them when they need you in their old age. You take care of them. It's a really important mitzvah, and I see so many people doing that. Yes, Will?
I was going to say, I don't know if you remember, Rabbi, but it's probably like 40 years ago or something. You were going to give a talk to this Dover Community Church or something, and you said you will. I can't make it. Would you go there and tell them that the Ten Commandments are not everything? This is critical.
The Ten Commandments are not what?
That's just part of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Make sure you make that point.
Yes. Well, yeah, we better tell the state of Oklahoma, too. Yeah. Okay. I'm referring to the Oklahoma, the Board of Education just decided that they should make reference to the Bible every day, but I think the Ten Commandments are high, yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's look at some of the other ones. Yeah. So, kibud ava'im, honoring your parents by taking care of them. Gemut hasadim, doing good deeds. You can do good deeds. There's no limit to them. For hashkamat beit hamidrash shacharit v'arvit, arriving early for study morning and evening. Is that a commandment? No. But what does it indicate here? If you're early for your study. What? You're eager. Yes, you're eager to study, and that's important. Yeah.
And you want to get there before somebody else eats the lunch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. V'haknasat orchim is the next one. Yeah. What is and being welcoming guests? Hospitality is very, very important. Is that a mitzvah? No, it's not a commandment, but it's a way of life. These here are not so much specific mitzvah. It's not so much the law, but it's talking about Judaism as a way of life, of being concerned about other people and welcoming them. The next one, ubikur cholim, visiting the sick. Yeah, that's limitless. You can go visit the sick. And we used to have a caring committee. Do we still have a caring committee? Okay, I need them, so I'll talk with you. Yeah, not for me, but for someone that needs some caring. So,
I'm not in charge of all that you.
please, yeah, okay, yeah, we need a congregant who needs some visiting. Then this is the tricky one, v'haknasat kala, and they translated providing for the wedding couple. Well, it really has two meanings. In every town in shtetl in Eastern Europe, they had a fund for orphan brides or for people who are destitute that didn't have any money. And so when her wedding came, they'd be sure that it could be celebrated properly. So that was an important fund. So that's one haknasat kala, to make sure that the bride has a beautiful wedding. Another aspect of that is that when you're a wedding, you have a responsibility to make sure the bride and groom have a good time and feel loved and embraced. So you sing and rejoice and dance, and that also is haknasat kala, that's a good thing to do at a wedding. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in there and do stuff. Okay. Then, livayat hamet, accompanying the dead for burial. What do you think that means? Okay, now you have to put yourself back in the shtetl. Here, if there's somebody's going to the burial, it's like in a cortege. It's in a row of cars. You can't do it very well here. But in the shtetl, if you were in your home or outside your home, and a funeral procession went by, they were on foot. And if they went by, it was obligated for you to do that, to join the procession and to show honor to the deceased. So Judaism has changed quite a bit in terms of the context, but accompanying the dead really means, showing them honor and accompanying. Yes, oh yes, when it's customary. I just did something very, very interesting. I took a tutorial last week for the Hever Kadisha. Hever means a group, and Kadisha means the holy group. And there are people who take care of the body when it's brought to the funeral home, and they take care of it by washing it and by pouring holy water over it, and cleaning it and showing it respect. And then there's somebody who sits with the body, shmirah, who usually recites Tehillim, recites Psalms. So there's every kind of respect that we can have for a deceased person. So I thought I wanted to see what that was like. They had a mannequin. They didn't have a real body, but it was very, very interesting and enlightening. And then, iyun tefillah, praying with sincerity. Vavat shalom ben adam l'chavero, making peace between people. V'talmud Torah keneged kulam. Now it says, but the study of Torah encompasses them all. What do they mean by that? V'talmud Torah keneged kulam. What do you think that means? Connie, and then Robert.
If you study the text,
Yeah.
and you take it seriously, it's going to bring you to these actions.
Yes, studying Torah is the foundation of all these actions, and it leads to it. Yeah, great, Connie. Yeah.
Same answer, the Torah is the umbrella that will help keep you in remembering all of these.
Yes. Great. Thank you, Robin. Okay, so that's Talmud Torah. The Torah study, that's why Torah is so important for the rabbis. And they even do it in the midst of prayer. So they're here in the midst of prayer, in the morning prayer, they have this passage from Mishnah, which reminds you of the Jewish ways of life. Not so much the law, but the spirit that's conveyed by these activities. Gary, you look puzzled there a little bit. Do you have a question or statement?
No.
Good. Okay. So, come Saturday morning tomorrow, and 9 o'clock, and we'll read this prayer, right? We will. Okay. So, Yeah, come Saturday mornings. It's a very fun minion. All right. Now we're going to do announcements. Have any announcements, President? No? Okay. Well, I've already made the most important announcement. There's a prayer tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the library, and that's that. Okay. We'll now move on to the Aleinu, page 282, and rise for the Aleinu. We have little traditions in our Saturday morning Hevra, and announcing this page belongs to Jane Feibelman. So she always tells us, page 282. If she's not there, we have to imagine her there telling us what page. Aleinu l'shabbat l'adon ha'kol l'tekidu yotzeh b'reshit shelo asanu tegei haratzot v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adamah shelo sam elkeinu kanem v'gor aleinu k'ol hamonah v'anachnu gorim u'mishkachim u'odim lifnei melech malei hamlakim hakadosh baruch Hu. 287. V'ne'emar Haya Adonai v'melech al kol ha'aretz Vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad. We now turn to page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost. The martyrs are our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. And again, as I scan the room, if there are any yahrzeit names you'd like to include in tonight, please mention them. Okay. All right, and then on the temple list, we have Samuel Adelson, Sarah Angoff, Beatrice Banker, Isaac Beck, Kay Books, Morris Horowitz, Lily Kroch, Belle Rothblatt, Pauline Saul, Mitchell Selig, Ann Scharf, Mary Siegel, and William Siegel. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we sanctify God's name on page 294 with a Kaddish prayer. Yid Gadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah, B'yomah, Divrach, Hirutei, B'yomlik Malchutei, B'chai Echon, Uv'yoichon, B'chai Dochol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agalav, Uzman Kariv, V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah, Mevorach, Leolam, Leomei Omaya, Yitbarak, V'yishtabak, V'yitba'ar, V'yitroman, V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudusha, Brichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tishbachata v'nechemata, Damiran Yoma V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabba min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu V'yalko Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Osei Shalom B'mromav, Uyasei Shalom, Aleinu V'yalko Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. All right, we're going to continue on page 321 with Adon Olam. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Adon Olam, Li'et Nasa, Behef Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa, Behev Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'yachare Kiklot HaKol, Levado Yimlok Nara Adon Olam, V'hu Haya, V'hu Hoveh, V'hu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam, V'hu Echad, V'yein Sheni, Laham Shilo Lahak Bira Adon Olam, Bali Reshit, Bali Taklit, V'lo Haos V'ham Yisra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa, Behev Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, V'hu Eli, V'chai Goli, V'tzor Chevli B'yet Sarah Adon Olam, V'hu Nisi, Umanosli, Menakosi B'yom Ekra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa, Behev Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Biyado Avkid Ruchi, B'yet Ishan V'ya'ira Adon Olam, V'im Ruchi Gaviyati, Adon Olay V'lo Era Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Liet Nasa, Behev Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam. Into your hands I entrust my spirit when I sleep and when I wake, and with my spirit and my body also. Adonai is with me. Lo ira, I shall not fear. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated. Will, can I invite you to lead us in the Kiddush? I'm going to say the Kaddish. We did that, okay? Something on the floor. A note. We'll leave it there. I don't bend so well anymore. Okay. This is page 96. We don't have any oneg during the summertime, so but we do have challah we can share, so that's great. Another announcement on Tuesday, some of us are going to Worcester to see the Woo Sox. And I think there are some tickets that are
There's 2 tickets still.
2 tickets left, so if you want to go, Barbara and I are going to go. We used to live in Worcester before pre-Woo Sox. Yes. And see if our house is still standing where we live.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddeshanu mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kadsho b'avoratzon hinkilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereishi, ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh, zekel etziat Mitzrayim, Kivanu v'acharta
Biotanu kidashta mikomin Vishabbat kachika Biahava uvratson hinkaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Chaim.
Thank you, Will. Great kavanah. Okay. And we can't share challah. Okay, lovely. In the bag. Can't- Okay. Okay. What is her name? Charlotte. I'm so glad you volunteered. Okay, Charlotte, here we go. We're gonna get the challah out of the bag. Okay. See if I can do that. All right. You want to take a piece and say the blessing?